Hi guys, Legal Naira here again. Yeah, I got a couple of questions, DMs, messages from people asking if it is possible to design coloring books without graphic design skills. And I said yes, it is very possible. Today, some online tools have made it very easy to design book covers, book interiors for free. These tools are free to use and they are easy to use. So now I want to show you how you can design coloring books with your phone. And if you're on a PC, fine, you can also do this easily. With a few clicks and a few steps, you will design quality coloring books that sell very well on Amazon. The only two tools we are going to be using are Canva and Pixabay, or Canva and Pexels. Pixabay and Pexels are two sites that you can get free royalty images to use on your book without any copyright claims. So without wasting much time, let's get right into the video. I want to take my time to show you how you can easily design high-selling coloring books to sell on Amazon KDP. So the coloring book we'll be designing today is Positive Affirmations Coloring Book for Kids. Positive Affirmations Coloring Book for Kids. This book sells very well on Amazon. It sells very well. If you are an action taker, I urge you to take action after watching this video. Watch the steps, design your Positive Affirmations Coloring Book for Kids right now and upload it on Amazon. The book sells very well. Now let's get right into the video on how to design coloring books for kids. The first app we're going to use today is Pixabay. We'll go to Pixabay, we'll go to the website Pixabay to get the pictures that we would need for these coloring books. Let's head straight to Pixabay, pixabay.com. When you open Pixabay, you search for frame. People will be like, what are we going to be doing with a frame? Don't worry, I'll show you in a minute. Frame, then you search. When you search, you scroll down and look for a frame that you can use. Okay, don't forget that our coloring books are going to have black and white interior, so we want to look for, instead of images here, we want to change it to illustrations, and then it will give you more of illustrated pictures that are majorly black and white or single color. So let's go. This is a fine one, but I like it to be busy because I want to design a coloring book. This is also fine. Okay, this is also fine. Yes, this is fine, but I don't know why I really don't like it. I like it, but I don't want to use it. Okay, I've seen one. Okay, I like this one. This particular one, I like it because it will do justice to the coloring book. Now let's click on it and download it. Download. Now we have downloaded our frame. This is the frame that we are going to use for our coloring book. After downloading this frame, the next thing we want to do is to head straight to Canva to start our design. Now we are on Canva. On Canva, if you're on PC, you just click on Create Design and you click on Custom Size. But if you're on phone, you will see a plus sign at the bottom right hand side of your phone. Click on it and then you click on Custom Size. So the size we are going to be using for this coloring book is 8.5 by 11 inches. This is the most popular size that is used for coloring books. Some people use 8 by 10, some people use even 6 by 9, but 8.5 by 11 is wide enough and fine enough for coloring. So let's go with 8.5 by 11. So you click here and then you click on inches and then you change this to 8.5 by 11. Now let me explain something. There is something called bleed and no bleed on KDP. Bleed means that what you have as your book content moves or spreads to the end of the book, to all edges, like it covers all the edges of the book. That is called bleed. Then no bleed does not cover all the edges of the book. Now, if your book is going to have bleed, you have to account for the bleed, and KDP has given us a size to use. But if your book is not going to have bleed, then you are good to go. So now, this cover we want to design now is going to have bleed, because you will see it when we start designing. It will have bleed, so we have to account for it by adding some inches to the size. Assuming it's not going to have bleed, we'll just use 8.5 by 11 directly. This is because if your book has bleed and you do not account for the size, when they are printing it to deliver to the customer, the machine is going to cut off the parts where the book or the book content flows to the end, and they are going to chop out some part of the book. So this is why Amazon said if your book is going to have bleed, you have to account for it by adding a little inch, which is where the machine is going, or the cutter is going to cut off. So to do this, let's go on Google now to ask Google, what is the size for bleed? Now this is it. We are using a standard paper, which is 8.5 by 11. So if we are going to be doing bleed, instead of us writing 8.5 by 11, we'll put 8.625 by 11.125. This 0.625 and 0.125 is where the cutter or the machine is going to cut off out of the paper, okay? But if your book is not going to have bleed, if the content of the book is not going to flow to the end of the book, then there is no point adding 625 or 125. But if your content is going to flow to the end, you must add this to your design. Now let's go back to Canva. So instead of putting 8.5 by 11, we are going to put 8.625 by 11.125 because this book has bleed. Now we are back to Canva. You click on create design, custom design, 8.625 by 11.125. okay, remember this is going to be in inches. Then you create design. As soon as you click on create design, Canva will load up the exact size of your interior for you. And this is it. When designing a coloring book, it is always good to leave the first and the second page blank during your design. You know why? Because the first and the second page are going to be for something else. It is still part of the book though. The first page is going to be for belonged to, where the person that is going to be using this book is going to write this book belongs to, and they will write their name. And then the second page is going to be the test your color page, where they will be testing their colors before they actually paint it inside the objects in the book. So this is why the first and second page should be left blank. And now this coloring book, whenever you are designing a coloring book, it is always good to leave the second page blank. For example, if you have an object to be colored on the first page, you leave the second page blank, because in most cases when people are painting on their book, the paints are usually liquid and it will stain the second page of the book. In this case, if you have another object at the back of the book, it will not be convenient to paint on it by the user. So what you want to do is you want to leave every next page blank. Once a page has an object, you leave the next page blank. Okay, I hope you understand this. Now, for me, I have a style that I use which is working very well. For all my books, instead of leaving the second page blank as white, I usually make it black. So if you have a white page in front, you have a black page at the back. A white page in front, another black page at the back. This gives a satisfactory customer experience. It is black, so even if the paint is going to bleed on it or stain it, it would not stain the next page where you have an object to paint. This trick helps me a lot. It is my personal finding. It has given my books a lot of good reviews. So you can also adopt it. It will help you a lot. For every white page with an object. There's an empty black page behind it. We're going to do it now for you to see. So we have the first page to be blank. We are coming back to design on it. Then we click to add another page. You duplicate the page. This is page 2 now. We have page 1 up and this is page 2. So we have the second page also to be blank. So our book, our coloring book, officially starts from the third page. So we click to duplicate again, then we have the third page. Now on this third page, we go and import our frame. The frame we downloaded from Pixabay, we want to import it and start our design. So you go to uploads. If you are on phone, you should click on camera roll. When you click the plus sign, then you click on camera roll. Now let's search for the frame we just downloaded. So click on upload files, downloads. This is our frame. Now this is the frame. If you just click on it, it will appear on our design page. All you need to do here, since it's a frame, you just move it to the edge, bring it down like this, so that it will cover the entire page. As you can see, this is the frame of our book. The child or whoever is going to be using this book to color or to paint would even have something to paint around the edges of this book. As you can see too, at the edge, this book has bleed because the content flows to all edges of the book. So this is why we accounted for bleed when we're putting our paper size or our interior size. So now that we have this is our first page. Okay, let's even say we want to do this book 50 pages. But remember that we are going to have a blank page after every coloring page. So this book is officially going to have 25 coloring pages and 25 blank pages. That makes it 50. While we have page 1, which is the belongs to page, and the page 2, which is the test your color page. That makes the total number of pages 52 pages. Hope it is clear. So if you want to do a 100-page coloring book, it means that the book will have 2 pages at the top and 100 normal pages. Out of these normal pages, you have 50 pages that have objects to color and 50 blank pages. I hope this is clear. So now that we have this, we have our interior ready. All you need to do is to simply duplicate. Just duplicate this page to the number you want. Since we have 2, we have page 1 and page 2 blank. We want to do extra 50 pages. We just click this duplicate 50 times. Okay, let me click it 50 times. I'm not going to click 50 times because this is a tutorial, but that's what you should do if that's what you're doing. If you want to do 70 pages, you will click it 70 times. Meanwhile, you have 2 pages up. Okay, I hope this is clear. So now we have our pages ready like this. The next thing we want to do is to start our design. Remember, the title of this book is Positive Affirmations Coloring Book for Kids. Okay, so we head straight to Google to get our free positive affirmations that we can use to start our design. Positive affirmations for kids. Click it. It's going to load up thousands of positive affirmations for you to choose from. So you just open one. Let's open this one, and then you will see a lot of positive affirmations. Okay, as you can see, this is 20, 30, 40. In fact, it's so much. You just have to pick. All we need from this is just 25. So let's start. You pick the first one. There is no one better to be than myself. You highlight it. It's a positive affirmation. You go back to your Canva, go to your text tool like you want to write, click this to bring out a text interface for you. Click on it, delete what is there before, and then paste what you just copied. We've pasted this. Now we want to convert it to something that can be painted on. So all you need to do is to click on it, go to effects, and click on halo. Look at this halo effect. Click on it, convert the text to something that they can paint on. So you just reduce the size. You can even number it. In my case, I used to number it. I'll just number it number 1 like this. Then I take it up to fit in, to align very well. This is beautiful, isn't it? I have a book like this that is selling very, very well, as you can see. Now, in some cases, I don't like this font. It looks too regular. I'll click on it and then I'll search for fonts. You can search different fonts. I'm looking for a nice font now. You can change the font. Just look for, let me see this. Okay, I don't think I like this one. I don't think I like this font. Let's try this. Okay, I think I like this. It's like a fancy font. I think I like it. Or let's just change it to something simple. Okay, this is okay. Let's use this. So now we have our first page for coloring. This is what the kid is going to paint. You will paint the one, paint all the words, and paint all edges of this book. Now remember that we said the second page is going to be blank. All you need to do is to click on this plus sign here that says add page. You click on it. When you click on it, it's a blank page. What do? You go to shapes. Remember that we said it's going to be black, color black. You go to shapes, click on the shape that you want, use it to fill up the page, and then you change it to color black. Okay, as you can see, we have the first page and we have the blank page, then we have the next page. You go back to Google, copy the next positive affirmations. Enough. Go back to Canva, paste it here. What do? You go back to effects and then you click on effects and you make it bigger. Number 2 is done. The next thing you do, you add a new page and make it color black. Okay, this is the next one. You go back to Google, copy the next positive affirmation, go back to your Canva, paste it, effects, the halo effects, and then you reduce. This is going to be number 3. Take it up and make it bigger. Okay, you go to the next one, another page, make it black. You go to Google and pick the next positive affirmation. I am an amazing person. Go back to your Canva, text tool, remember, effects, halo, reduce the size. This is going to be number 4. The next page is going to be blank. Click on this, add page, click on this, make it color black, and then this is how you're going to do it gradually until you reach the last page, until you get up to 50 positive affirmations. In fact, you can do 100. The more positive affirmations you have in your book, the higher your chances of making sales, because customers will feel like, wow, this is a lot of painting pages for my child, because the book is a positive affirmations book for kids. Now you can also do positive affirmations coloring book for adults. So instead of searching for positive affirmations for kids on Google, just search for positive affirmations for adults. You can do for women, you can do for girls, you can do for boys, you can do for older people, you can do for children between the age 5 to 10. This is how you do a whole lot of books using the same method. Now, since you have a lot of frames on Pixabay, you can just be changing the frames. If you want to do for adults, change the frame to another one. If you want to do for women, you can change the frame to a frame that has flowers. Okay, all these things matter. So now this is how you're going to arrange your positive affirmations book until you get to your required number of pages. Then it is time to design our belongs to page and test your color page. Now for the belongs to page, this page, there is every possibility that the customer who wants to buy this book will have the opportunity to see the first page. So your first page has to be very, very attractive. What I used to do, I go back to Pixabay and I will search for cartoon. Anytime I'm writing for kids or anytime I'm designing books for kids, I usually use things like cartoon. Remember, it must be black and white too. Okay, so let's just search. This is fine, but I can get something better. Remember, it's going to be illustrations. Click on illustrations. Yes, this is fine. So let's just look for something that will be black and white and very, very presentable. I like this. I so much like this one. But let's look for something else. This is another very fine one. Okay, as you can see, I just want us to see that. Let me go to the next page. I want us to see that Pixabay has everything we need to design coloring books. Look at this one with fish. It's fine too, but it's not busy. I want the page to be very busy. Let's just go back. Let's just go back so we won't waste too much time. So let's pick any of the two we saw before. I think I would like to pick this one. I would like this one. You click on it. When you click on it, you just download. Now we have downloaded that picture. You go back to Canva, then you upload. You want to import the picture we just downloaded, then you go to upload files. This is it. Just open it. It will appear here first. then we move it to our design page by clicking on it. Simple. This is it. So you just take it to fill up the page again like this. Okay, this is the first page. Then you write something like this book belongs to. Then how do you do that on this page? The page looks very busy already. What you need to do now is to go to your shapes and look for a nice shape that you can use to write that. I think I like this. I'm going to change it to white, then bring it down and spread it to the size I want it to occupy on this book. Okay, so I'll still use one of that again. Okay, let me use this time. This one, you reduce the thickness by holding one node and reducing the size, and then bring it down here like this. With the way I show you guys my design, if you go on Amazon, if you go on KDP and you're searching some coloring books, you will even see my books and you will know it is my design. You would know. So that's going to be color black. Just make it black, duplicate it, click on it, click on Ctrl D to duplicate it. If you're on a mobile phone, you just click this plus sign. You'll see the plus sign. But I like shortcuts a lot, so I just click it and take it up a little. This is where the person using this book is going to write their name. So you just pick a fancy font. Go to text tool again. I like this font so much. You see that it's always on top anytime I'm using Canva. So I click on it, delete what was written there, and then write what I want to write. This book belongs to, can just increase, make it so it will be on one line, reduce the size, and then align it to fit in. Okay, how fine is it? I'm going to upload this book. There's nothing you will tell me I'll upload this book. It's too fine for me to let it go. As you can see, this book belongs to. So just imagine somebody coming to buy a positive affirmations coloring book for their child, and they see your book, they see your very attractive book cover, they open it, and this is what they, because KDP gives them the chance or the opportunity to open your book to see the first, second, or third page. Okay, so they will see this page as your first page. It's already very attractive. This book belongs to. Then you go to your text, your color page, which there is every likelihood that the person will see the second page too. So for the text, your color page, you can always go to Pixabay to search for pattern. Okay, pattern, P-A-T-T-E-R-N, or pattern background. You search for pattern background. Let's see what it will bring. Okay, we are looking for a black and white pattern this time. Black and white pattern. Okay, keep scrolling, you will get something definitely. All right, after I've even seen some. I've seen this one, I've seen another one, pattern. This is another one too. Okay, these are the kind of patterns we need. This is another one. This is just a space for them to test the colors before they place it on their coloring object. So let's just pick one. I think I like this. Let me just pick this one. After this, just click on free download. Download it. We go back to Canva, upload. We want to upload our pattern, upload files. This is the pattern. You just click it, and then it appears by the left hand side. You just click on it and it will appear on your page. You just use it again to fill up your page like this. Okay, then you come here, go to shapes, select shape, make it color white, and even let it cross the borders. Does not matter. Pick your font again. This time I can be picking a simple font this time. Test your colors here. Okay, do it like this, and then you bring it into the white space you just created. Can reduce it a little. You can change the font if you like, but I'm okay with this font. So now you see all these spaces in between. The child can test the colors, mix them before painting it on the actual object of the book. So now imagine this book. This is the first page, this is the second page, this is the third page, then a blank page. And in your description, you add it that the book or the colors are not going to bleed on the next page, because every second page after an object page is blank. I have even made it black to make it solid. I've given you guys all my tips. I've given you guys all my selling tips. It is left to you now to take action. Okay, so let's take a look at our book. You just check everything from beginning to the end. You see, this will not take you more than 15 minutes. Then imagine how many you can do in a day. This is how to make money on Amazon KDP. Then when you are done with everything, this interior is complete. When you complete your interior, you have the desired number of pages you want. But I always advise that you start with 50, 60 to 100 and above. It gives you an edge. So the next thing you want to do is to download. Now, after you are done and you want to save your book, you must save it as a PDF because this is the only format that KDP recognizes. So you click on share, download, okay, PDF print. You select PDF print, all pages. Click on download. Let's save it on our desktop now. Save on desktop, positive affirmations. Let's open our book to see, and boom, our interior is ready. So this is the first page. Let me reduce this for us to see it very well. As you can see, first page, second page, third page, and your book is ready. Your interior is ready. Okay, this is how you're going to create a lot of other coloring books. Okay, after doing this, the next thing you want to do is to design your book cover. So this is going to be the end of this video for now. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions, and share this video with your friends or on your social media. Hit the bell notification icon too, so that anytime I post more videos like this, YouTube will notify you immediately and you'll be part of those that would watch the video and implement the strategies. Thank you very much for watching the video. I'll see you in my next video.